So what is going on with tariffs right now? What is the current status? There's been tons of videos. Everybody's talking about tariffs, what they are, what they're not. I'm just going to give you a current status update on where things are right now and how it's affecting people here in Indiana. Because on average, we're seeing rising costs for households between $2,000 and $3,000 this year alone, and that's not looking like it's going to get any better. That's not on just luxury goods anymore. It's now on everyday things. So how that affects us here in Indiana? Well, China, Canada, Mexico, those are our biggest trade partners, and they're the places that Indiana gets the most of its imported goods from. And those imports from China facing big tariffs, that's electronics, packaging, all more expensive. Lots of Indiana businesses rely on Chinese suppliers, so those businesses are really hurting because of that. Then you got Canada and Mexico, also some of our biggest partners that are really getting hit. That's a really big deal for the auto industry because we make a lot of cars here in Indiana, but we depend on parts from both of those countries. So with those prices rising, some manufacturers are starting to slow production. I've seen some estimates that say car prices could jump $10,000 over the coming years if the automakers end up just deciding to start passing along those costs. So that will remain to be seen. You got a lot of European goods that are affected by this. So olive oil, wine, machinery, all facing tariffs. India, the tariffs there are really affecting textiles and spices, a lot of which we use here in Indiana. Then you have seafood from Vietnam, which is really popular. That's a big imported item here in Indiana. Those are getting hit with tariffs. But speaking of Vietnam, we get a lot of clothing from Vietnam and Bangladesh, a ton, and those are facing really big tariffs as well. So that $50 pair of sneakers, you're going to have to add on $20 or $25 just in tariffs alone. Online shopping is now affected. So if you're someone who's getting skincare products from South Korea, you're paying extra. Small clothing brands are really going to start getting crushed from all this. But for Indiana residents, all this means is that you're facing higher prices at the grocery store, at the gas pump, and online. Farmers are actually getting hit as well because of the retaliatory tariffs that are being placed on our goods that are being exported. Things like soybeans, eggs, really nailing farmers, and that's going to be really bad news for rural communities here in Indiana. As you know, the vast majority of our communities here in Indiana are rural, so it's really going to be taking a toll there. Small businesses are really struggling. They're seeing costs jump by 30%, 50%. Some are pausing hiring or cutting hours just to stay afloat. So stay informed, keep asking questions, but really support your local businesses because they're fighting for survival now.